Welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to say hello and welcome to the Let's Beat Breast Cancer Cook-Along. My name is Dr. Kristi Funk, board-certified breast cancer surgeon, co-founder of everything at pinklotus.com, and co-collaborator of the Let's Beat Breast Cancer campaign with my favorite organization on planet Earth, the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. I am delighted to have with me tonight Dr. Evelisse Capo. She is a pharmacist, board certified in lifestyle medicine, and as you can tell from her lovely apron, a Physicians Committee Food for Life instructor. And all of these super creds make her a super plant-based warrior in the kitchen. Welcome, Evelisse. What are we cooking tonight?
Hi, Dr. Fong. Thank you so much for inviting me. I am delighted and excited to be here. And we're cooking a delicious cancer-fighting recipe, a vegan sushi power bowl. And I want to walk you through all the components because this is a wonderful recipe to make with your family, for a party, for everyday living. It's really delicious and very simple.
And it's so family friendly because they can build their own bowls and pick and choose. If you've got one kid who's like, to the cucumber, they can leave it out. It's awesome. I can't wait to dig in with you. But before we do, I just wanted to make a brief mention of the Let's Beat Breast Cancer campaign. Everybody, don't forget to go to letsbeatbreastcancer.org and sign up to follow the four-pronged approach to beating breast cancer. A little bit more on that later. But for now, what's our first move, Evelisse?
Let's beat breast cancer one bite at a time. So
Woo!
the first step is we're gonna bake some tempeh. And this is a tempeh with a ginger marinade. And you don't have to make this tempeh. You can make your favorite tempeh or your favorite tofu. That's perfectly fine. But I wanted to show you because for the longest time, I wasn't a big tempeh fan because it tasted a little bitter to me. But then I found out that if you boil your tempeh for 10 minutes, and you add your marinade, it is amazing. So I want you guys to love tempeh as much as I do because tempeh is a soy product and minimally processed soy product, and it is fermented. So it's even healthier. So we know, evidence has shown us that soy is one of those cancer-fighting foods. And women that consume the most soy have less incidences of breast cancer. Actually, studies have shown that half a cup of tofu or 1 cup of soy milk leads to a 30% reduction. So let's get ready with our tempeh. We boiled it for 10 minutes, and now we're gonna put together the marinade. I already went ahead and added, this is the juice of 1 orange. We added 2 garlic cloves crushed, 1 teaspoon of ginger, grated fresh ginger, very important, fresh ginger, 1 teaspoon of tamari, and 1 teaspoon of either maple syrup or date paste. Any of those is fine. Date syrup is also good. And we're gonna add 3/4 of that marinade here to the tempeh. Not all of it because we're gonna save some for after it's baked. So you can bake it for about 10-15 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can also use an air fryer for about 10 minutes. You gotta watch it so it doesn't burn. Okay?
Evelisse, how long do we let it soak in the marinade before throwing it in the...
Perfect, Dr. Funk. So we wanna let it soak for about an hour. You can also soak it overnight, okay?
Ooh, I bet that would be delicious.
Yes. So we
really
already
let
did
it
that.
sink in.
Yeah, let it sink in. And after that, so we're gonna put this aside for a second and show you how our tempeh turned out. Got this beautiful tempeh, nice and crispy and delicious. It's gonna disappear in just a minute.
There's mine.
All right. Have you tried it yet?
I'm actually putting it in my mouth right now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's like candy. I'm loving it. That is a great marinade. I've never had that before. I'm now a extra tempeh lover. I can get the kids to eat it. They usually won't eat it, but I think they're gonna love yours.
I also like to add like apricot preserves or other natural, with no sugar added, or fresh fruit, mango. So that's another great marinade. So just play with your food.
Awesome.
All right. So now we've got some sweet potatoes, and these are purple sweet potatoes. Just pick and choose whichever you like. But what do we notice here? Lots of color. So everything we're adding to this power bowl is going to highlight those natural antioxidants, the phytonutrients that help us fight cancer. And one thing, very important, we're keeping that peel in there. Why? Why would we want to keep that peel? Because lots of phytonutrients are stuck to that peel, to that fiber. So when we peel our vegetables, we're stripping away nutrition. So don't do that. All right, so I use a lot of citrus in my marinades. So I have here 1 medium sweet potato, and I'm just adding a little bit of orange juice here. If you don't have orange juice, you can also use a little bit of vegetable broth. That's perfectly fine, just to give it, because sweet potatoes don't have a lot of moisture, it helps to give it some moisture. So now you can season with a little garlic powder, salt and pepper, whatever you like. And then we're gonna bake 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes or until they're cooked, okay? And so we're gonna show you how that looks after cooking. There you go.
Mine are a little smaller. Evelisse and I didn't chat. I really diced it up small, but they're even crispier that way.
It can be small, it can be however you guys like them. And you can make different sweet potatoes, or you can even use other root vegetables. All right. So now we've got here our sushi rice. And what we notice here is the color. This is brown rice instead of white rice. And why would we want to do that? Because brown rice has fiber. And when we strip that away, we get white rice. So this is short grain brown rice. And we cook it in you can cook it in your pressure cooker or your rice cooker, or however you want to cook it. And just make sure that it's nice and cooked. You don't want al dente rice. That's very important. And now we're going to add a bit of vinegar and maple syrup or date syrup to give it that sweetness that we recognize from sushi rice. So I have, the recipe calls for 1 to 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And if you don't have rice vinegar, apple cider vinegar works really well. And if you cook it the day before, that's fine. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be hot. It could be room temperature too. And we're going to add the maple syrup here. Yeah. And it's ready to go. Now, optional, you can add some sesame seeds. And I know I've got them here somewhere. Let me see where they walk. My sesame, oh, here we go. Can't have sushi without sesame seeds. I love them as a topping as well. How are you doing with your rice?
It's looking awesome. I've got the seasoning in. I added my sesame seeds, and it's a great whole grain. And sometimes when you're like really racing home from work and want to do a fast meal, I think it's okay to cheat and use the pre-cooked frozen organic brown rice. Just throw that puppy in the microwave for 3 minutes. By the way, everything that says like microwavable bag, I hope you're never doing that, but I do find that if you just empty it into a glass dish, done. It's also just 3 minutes and it's perfect. I don't know where this whole microwave in the bag business, you don't need to steam in the bag. You can just cook it in a dish.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I agree. You use whatever shortcut is gonna just take you away from that drive-through. I think that's the best deal. So if you need to use already canned beans or whatever shortcuts you need to use, go for it. No problem.
Cool.
Okay. So now we've got our shiitake mushrooms. Oh, and don't we love mushrooms? Mushrooms are full of antioxidants and phytonutrients that help us also fight cancer and other chronic conditions. And they also have that umami flavor. So it's a great substitute for seafood or for meat. And we're going to saute them. Very, very simple here. We have a pan, no added oil, as always. And I like shiitake mushrooms, but you can use any mushrooms you like. I think shiitakes just have a certain flavor here for the sushi bowl that's just very special.
Actually, I'd like to pipe in, Evelisse, and tell you guys that just now, like 6 months ago, there was a great meta-analysis of mushroom consumption and breast cancer. And the shiitake maitake have a lot of this ergothioneine in it, and it is a powerful antioxidant, anti-cancer, anti-aging. The highest versus lowest mushroom consumers had on average 35% less breast cancer. So definitely shroom it up.
Wow, lovely. I love to hear that. Thank you for all the specifics, because we want to be educated and know why we're eating what we're eating. That's great. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of low sodium tamari, or it could be low sodium soy sauce too. And this could be very simple.
You're already on the oven. I got to go to the oven. Whoop! I mean the stove. Okay, go ahead. Ignore me.
No worries. I've got a little bit of vegetable broth here, and you could add some fresh garlic to this, or some garlic powder. Either is fine. It's very simple because the dressing is going to give it a lot of flavor, so you don't need to add much here. We're going to let it cook. How are you doing, Dr. Funk?
I just added some garlic powder. I've got it all sauteing. It smells delicious.
Oh, yay. Okay, so while these mushrooms cook, we're going to make our dressing real quick. I'm going to lower the temperature here because they'll take a few minutes. Let me add a little bit of water. You can always add a little bit of water or vegetable broth. Okay,
I'm just going to jump in before we start our awesome miso dressing. I want to make sure you guys all know that we have the Let's Beat Breast Cancer campaign. Go to letsbeatbreastcancer.org. You want to sign up to follow the 4-pronged approach to beating breast cancer, which, spoiler alert, is eating a plant-based diet, exercising regularly, maintaining ideal body weight, and minimizing alcohol intake. We have such fun in store for you just by signing up. You get emailed newsletters every week. You get reminders of these awesome Zooms that we're doing every Thursday. You also get a free e-cookbook and giveaways. Plus, there are giveaways on every Zoom, which we'll talk about soon. So just make sure you know where to find all these great resources. letsbeatbreastcancer.org. Sign up and take the challenge. Then we also have a lot of support for you at pinklotus.com, specifically Power Up. And within there, we have local chapters, which were just launched. So we have 25 major cities across the US where you can sign up just to show up. It's completely free. We hike, bike, cook. We have a nationwide 5-day fast coming up November 7th. So go into Power Up to see more about that. We're actually sort of eating while we fast. It's called Prolon for those of you who know. You won't be too hangry. You'll find yourself energetic, and you will be rejuvenated from the inside out on day 6 when you get to eat again. Breast Buddies is another group within Power Up that I would love all of my thrivers out there to be aware of. We pair newly diagnosed women, age for age, stage for stage, treatment for treatment, with those who have been there, done that, solely for the purposes of friendship and support. So, Evelisse, where can we find you online?
Yeah, so you can find me at thefoodpharmacy.com. I'm also as the Food Pharmacy Kitchen on Instagram. And I also work for the T. Colleen Campbell Center for Nutrition Studies. So you can find me there. I do bi-monthly lives on Facebook as well.
Awesome. I love the play on words. That's just brilliant. Food pharmacy, because that's exactly what food is, right? Plant-based chemicals, but we usually say nutrients. But they're chemicals. They have chemical structures, and they can save your life. All right, let's move on to your dressing.
And the kitchen is your laboratory. So you're making these amazing meals and we're having fun. Okay, so for this dressing, I have to tell you, I have to warn you, you should double or triple this recipe because your family will love it. My kids always go for this. So after we run out of sushi bowl ingredients, they eat it with their salads. Okay, so we've got here some silken tofu, and this is the extra firm organic silken tofu. I prefer this one because it uses the whole soybean versus the isolated product, so I use that instead. And we've got here half a cup of tofu.
I'm going to take your advice. I'm already going to put the whole box in, and I'm going to double it because I have 3 teenage boys that are going to need a lot of dressing. Okay, so I've got that in. What's next?
Then we're going to add miso and miso paste. This one, for instance, is the white miso. It's also made out of soy, but there's sticky miso, and we've got a few others. So I like the mellow for this particular recipe. All right, so I'm gonna add here 2 tablespoons of the miso paste, and you find that in the refrigerated section of your supermarket. Okay, and then we're gonna add some apple cider vinegar or rice vinegar. Where is it? Right here. So we've got 3 tablespoons. We've got some maple syrup, 2 tablespoons. You can also add a couple dates in here. That's also fine. I use that a lot. And some grated ginger. We love ginger. Ginger has antimicrobial, antibacterial properties. So we add a lot, but just take it to your own liking. If you find that ginger is a little spicy, then just do the 1 tablespoon. And then we'll add 1 garlic clove. And let's blend away.
Awesome. I just need a little more vinegar in here.
All right. Now I always double mine, so I'm gonna have to scrape it off. Blend. I should have doubled it like you did. Easier to blend anyway.
That smells so good. I'm gonna have to get a cute little, oh, look how cute this is. All right. I got my little salad dressing holder here. Woo!
Good.
I'm about to try it. Nobody look. Sticking my finger in it. Ooh, that is fantastic. That is really, really yummy. I love it. I mixed a little apple cider, half apple cider and half rice vinegar, and I actually taste both of those flavors in it. And the ginger is perfection.
You can also add some carrots and some lime for a different dressing with the same base. So that works really well. I'm just gonna process it 1 second here. All right, so we've got everything we need now for our sushi bowl. So I'm gonna grab the rest of the ingredients here to set up our salad bar.
Oh, I forgot about my mushrooms. Ah! Oh, but they're fine. They're perfect back here. All's good.
Great.
The fire department's not coming.
All right, so how do you like your sushi? That's how we're gonna build this. Do this real quick. And if you want a quicker soy alternative, these edamame are amazing. This is a great snack you can have any time of day, and it's also a great topping for your sushi bowl. We've got some carrots here, and we know by the color, right? Orange is the new pink. We got some wonderful beta carotene and other antioxidants, and we are also keeping the peel in our carrots. What else? We've got some powerful cabbage, cruciferous vegetables. We know those are so important when we want to beat cancer. They are one of the most nutritious foods in the planet, and we want to eat them every single day. So I've got the cabbage. You could use broccoli. You could use Brussels sprouts. And just, oops, my mango flew out of my plate here. Then we've got, oh, and this is, if it's seasonal, you know, if it's not seasoned or you can't find it in your area, just skip it. But my kids love mango as well. And we've got, what else? We've got some cucumbers here because we can't have sushi without cucumbers.
And I can't have it without avocado. I see you going for it. That's my fave.
And our nori sheets. So we cut them in little strips here, and then that way you can put it together. Okay, so then let's build the bowl real quick. We've got our base, and I have my bowl with some arugula, which is another cruciferous, super healthy, and we have arugula as a rule of thumb at least 4 or 5 times a week. And now we're going to start building our bowl. So this is going to be for the camera person here, my camera guy, my husband. So I'm going to make it nice and hefty. We'll add some brown rice. And then we're going to add some of these roasted sweet potatoes.
Oh yeah, my potatoes.
Don't forget the potatoes. Then we'll add some tempeh.
Tempeh.
We'll add our cucumber here. I added too much.
Tempeh.
Then mango.
Mushrooms.
This is great. This is great the next day too. All right. Got our, I added the edamame, but you don't need to. It's an optional. I just had it. And then we got some carrots in here. Look at those colors. So important to add different colors. We got to make some space here for our cabbage.
Do a little more.
Yay. And we'll add our mushrooms. Right here.
It's like an Asian Buddha bowl.
Oh, yes, exactly. And then we'll put the nori sheets here, and it'll all get messy in a second, but just for that beauty, we're serving it.
And maybe some sesame seeds on top.
Drizzle the dressing. Yes, thank you for reminding me. That's important. We'll do the sesame seeds. Oh, I got some scallions too, which totally optional. Onions, scallions also have that allicin that we were talking about before. And we'll spread them in there. And then our dressing. Just make some room. Yum.
Woo! It smells delicious. I'm going to have a big bite right now just to tell you.
You're much better than that. I would make a big mess and have like sauce all over my mouth. So I won't venture it.
Double thumbs up. This is going to be a huge hit at the Funk household.
Yes, I'm so happy that you guys joined in, that you're learning how to make these delicious, nutritious meals. And as you can see, this can be, you know, if you prep a little bit ahead of time, then you can have this meal for a few days. So you don't have to cook.
Yeah, absolutely. You can pre-make your rice and maybe your sweet potatoes and have a quick meal at the ready. So I want to thank Evelisse for joining us. But before we go, guys, make sure to mark your calendars. So we're going to be here live for the next 2 Thursdays. Next week, we'll be myth busting and toasting with some yummy mocktails. And the following week, we'll be talking survivorship with Donna Green Goodman, or as I like to call it, thrivership. And please don't forget, we've got a giveaway and a carrot. Oh, you are eating. I'm going to make you talk right now with your mouth full. Evelisse, do you think we should tell them what we're giving away this week?
What are we giving away this week?
We are giving away the Eat More Plants Kitchen Booster, which includes, number 1, Extrema Pure Ceramic Cookware with a 10-inch pan. Number 2, the Let's Beat Breast Cancer Cookbook. numero tres, the Let's Beat Breast Cancer t-shirt. We have so many, guys. Check mine out. Eat plants, crush cancer. Let's beat breast cancer. So we have about 10 different designs. This is like my ultra cool, like biker cutoff sleeve shirt that I'm loving. But there are so many different styles. The long sleeve one is very masculine, I find, and my boys and Andy love wearing it. So head over to Shopify and then look up the Let's Beat Breast Cancer t-shirt array and pick yourself out some. But to the lucky winner, you're gonna get one in the giveaway. And finally, you're gonna get an Eat Plants apron. So that's
Can't beat that.
That's all I got. So we hope you enjoyed this recipe. I certainly can't wait to dig in once the camera stops rolling to feed my face. Dr. Evelisse Capo, you are a dynamo in the kitchen and in life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everything you are doing on this earth is leaving a smaller carbon footprint. It is leaving more animals to their healthy, happy lives. And most importantly, perhaps most importantly, you're helping people beat cancer, Alzheimer's, strokes, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, just misery with sore joints and irritable bowels. So thank you for all that you do to make this planet better.
Thank you so much, Dr. Funk, and for everything you do, and PCRM for being the organization it is. It's just amazing to be part of their family. Thank you all.
I agree. Bye, everyone. See you next week.